Hi everyone, this is Tulin. Thank you for checking in on this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about something which I haven't talked about yet on this channel, which is relationships. So this is what I've learned from my own personal experience and from a book called The Woman Who Runs with the Wolves. So I'm going to provide some psychological insight into what I've learned from these two and what goes wrong in relationships, how it works, and improve our understanding and this meaning of this union. Because let's face it, a lot of us suck at relationships in this modern world, of committing, trusting, communicating, one's own responsibility to heal, and understanding the ups and downs. Now, there is a life, nature to relationships. And this cycle affects all physical and physiological life. So everything has its ups and downs. All instinctual nature has the miraculous ability to live through all positive boom, but also all of the negative, and still be able to maintain relationship to themselves and with others. So among wolves, they do not consider the ups and downs. They just get on with it, and they have this endurance to maintain these strong bonds as a pack. In order for us to do this, we need to face the deaf lady. So this is the story. A fisherman goes fishing, right? So fishing, metaphorically, fishing for women or men for lust. He screams as he realizes he has caught the rib of a skeleton woman. He tries to escape, but the skeleton woman was tagging along and couldn't escape. When he arrived to his safe house, he began to feel some kindness and began to look after her, untangling her from her rib cage. He fell asleep. She began to see the tear fall from his eye, and her body began to fill up with flesh. So this story is a metaphor for the problem of modern love, which is the fear of the life-death life cycle, nature of relationships. And there are many deaths in a relationship, just as many rebirths, and understanding this creates a devotion of life. So first of all, I'm just going to talk about death. Great. We avoid death as much as we can in our own human transformation, in our day-to-day life, in our love, in our work. But always when a part of ourselves die, a better version comes up. And it's always this really painful transition because it goes everything against we know about ourselves and what we believe to be true about ourselves and what the world around us. But without death, there are no lessons learned. And we seem to think that we will find the one, it will be smooth sailing, it'll be fast, quick, it'll be a forever burn. But the miracle that we actually want, that we truly desire, takes time to bring to life. And we all want this one, but just as many things in life, we want to be fed without realizing that we need to do the work within ourselves and as a couple. So now I'm going to break down the story into 3 parts, and these 3 steps teach us to love deeply. So the first one is discovering another person as a spiritual treasure. So he goes fishing, but accidentally catches the skeleton woman. Symbolically, he goes fishing unconsciously, and sometimes what we want in a relationship isn't what we need. So the unconscious provides for the self of what we actually need to transform ourselves, to heal ourselves, what we need in this lifetime, while the ego wants this perfect, idealized partner. We go fishing for fun, for excitement, to help us through the night, without realizing this life, death, life nature when the skeleton woman shows up as he catches her. So he's terrified, and he wants to run because the novelty has worn off. He or she realizes what is at the end of the hook, and your impulse is to throw him or her back into the sea. But that is when we're truly called into action. That's when we're truly tested. And I think we all know in one way or another that in relationships, death must have its share. We can't always have fun. There's beginnings and there's endings. So to love means to stay with, from the fantasy world into a sustainable love, which is possible even though when every cell in your body says run. The second one is the chase and hiding. This is a time of hope and fears. This phase is when lovers try to rationalize their fear of the life, death, life nature by saying, I can do better with someone else. I don't want to give up my whatever it is. I'm not ready. I don't want to face my wounds. And this is the hunter running away from the skeleton woman to his safe house. And that is, a time when the skull appears from the sea or the ocean. So we run. Our impulse is to run. But this is like saying when the teacher is ready, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And it causes lovers to take a break rather than contemplating on what we fear and responding with both conviction and wonder. And we see the not so beautiful, the ugly within ourselves and the other person, and we want to run. We want to run to the safe place, which is maybe our comfort zone. The third one is untangling and understanding the life, death, life nature, and having compassion for that task. So here is when you have the cojones or the balls to face this nature. Even when we're scared or apprehensive, we take the bullet, we take that shot in the dark, and we start to untangle the skeleton woman. Because the truth is that we're never truly ready, and we will never know unless we try, unless we do. So now we're willing to touch the not so beautiful, the ugly aspects of within ourselves or within the other person. Because at the end of the day, fear is a bad excuse for not doing the work. We are all afraid, we're all amateurs at something that we've never done before. But living from the ego, where it wants a sure thing, the ego has no patience. Whereas living from the soul, it has the ability to sense and to learn new things. It has a tendency to ride the rough road, and the patience to learn deep love. So the whole moral of this story is that the inability to face and untangle the skeleton woman is exactly what causes many love relationships to fail. We don't want to face that ugly side of ourselves or that someone else, and we trying to rationalize it by saying, I'm not ready for this, I don't want to give up so and so, or I like my space, I like my time, I'm not ready. And we have this true compassion for that task when we're relaxing into it, and we trust in their presence, and we're creating a future. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Comment below if you have a question. It did take me a while to get my head around this, so thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.